Hey everybody, how's it going? I got another macro video here. So I was doing a commission for a customer and he wanted a pair of macros done, so I decided to do mine at the same time so I could finally get my parts off the shelf and actually have a finished product of my own, which is nice. So I decided to go and paint the whole thing, screen accurate. So two real Calamar 660s that I mixed some paints and got the color that I wanted. I did let a little bit of the silver come through on the rings. I kind of like that little bit of metal in there, worn look. That makes it feel a little bit more authentic to me. So there we are. Next, we have Jerry's lens plate here. It's a really solid lens plate. Jerry, you did a good job, man. Kudos. So it hugs the Calamar really well. And then I built a spacer on the bottom here. I did modify how it's mounted to fit my needs, which you'll see in a moment why I did that. But I did modify the way it's mounted, but that's not necessary. It's just what I decided to do with it. It's a really great lens plate. If you guys are in the market, hit up Jerry. It's pretty dang good. Next we have two Calamar knobs here, the Seagull and the Bell and Howell on the inside, and then this has also been painted. When you see in the movie, there's a ring like this, right? You can see the chrome on the edge. And if you look on yours or here, if you can see it on camera, it's beveled. So I'm pretty sure that the reason that you see that chrome ring is because it was face down like this, and they just put it on the table when they were in the prop studio, and they just sprayed it, and that bevel being recessed in there, it doesn't get a lot of paint. The little bit of paint that it did get on there was kind of overspray, and as soon as I touched it, it wiped off. So I think that's where that view comes from. So we got Calamar lenses painted, Seagull knob painted, Jerry's lens plate. This is Manny's metal transition box. I really like it. I think he did a good job on that also. Here is my wedge that I made out of solid aluminum stock. So the whole thing's solid all the way through. And I think on screen it's actually a lot bigger than this. I mean, I don't know what it was because I've never held it, but I did print out photos of screenshots that I had and then used known measurements for this. And when I scaled it, I actually got a wedge that's actually bigger than this. So it's just one of those times where I didn't want to go too much bigger than this because it actually is already pretty big, but I think it fits the part. I think it looks good where it's at. So I scaled it down slightly to what I think it actually really is, but it's still pretty big wedge. We also have the mystery box on this side with the green tab, and I have my little pin toppers. I still have more of those if you guys need any. I wrapped it up with some brass and red brass wire and put a single rod through there. I don't see two. I know some guys say they do see two. I didn't see it, so I didn't put it in there. I also don't see a nut in the photo. Now maybe my eyes just don't see it, but since I didn't see it, I didn't put it in there. I tapped that hole and used a hex head screw and just drilled it through, and there it is. So only one, no screw on the end, but it's tapped in there, so it's not going anywhere. We also did the bantha sheet on EL on the inside. Now I don't know if you could see in there very well, but you won't see any wires, glue, residue, screws, nuts, bolts, whatever you want to call it in there. That thing's mounted in there. It's mounted in there clean. The way I did it, it just looks really, really nice in there. It's hooked up to a switch here. There's the shot. Everybody knows. And I also added a reveal here for the hell of it. So there it is. There's the macros, screen accurate, painted up. Well, like I said, close to screen accurate colors, let's say that. Reveal, Bantha, mystery box, painted lenses. Next, I decided I wanted to make a stand for this, so I decided to go with a Tatooine themed stand. So there's the stand there. It still needs work. I'm not finished with it. Still need to work around that hole there. It needs to be airbrushed, but it is supposed to represent dirt and rock and sand of Tatooine. And where Luke is looking over the mound that goes down like so, when he's looking at that Bantha photo right at the end, before he gets attacked by the sand person, he also has his rifle barrel sticking out the back right here. So I was going to use this representing Luke's rifle barrel, this representing where he was positioned when he was watching it. Now I still have to put a little plate on here, so obviously my macros just aren't balanced on there all willy-nilly, but idea is there and it's almost done. And there it is, Luke's macro on a Tatooine stand. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.